Good morning, everybody. It's me, your team leader, Alex. How you guys doing? How was Thanksgiving? Mine was good. Thank you for asking. One of my sons came up to visit. It was cool. And the week prior, I actually made a trip out to New Mexico. So I got to see my boys and my sister, my mom and dad and brother. And it was nice. It was nice to get away for a little bit. So that did put me behind on our little Monday talks. I do apologize for that. I'm going to change these a little bit. And reason being is that mindset is important. I mean, if we look at the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, it's almost like the first third of the book talks about mindset. But I think we're going to need to get into the spot where we need to be taking a little bit more action. Mindset's important, but I think I'm going to switch these Monday things to maybe being a little bit more actionable stuff, maybe tips on how to get some more business, some scripts or some other things that we need to deal with because it is a little different market. That being said, though, I do want to finish up talking about the Go Giver. We talked about the first couple chapters, and I want to finish it off. I'll finish off the last 3 tips on stratospheric success. So hang on, enjoy the ride. Only if you want to achieve stratospheric success. If you want mediocre success, well, you could watch it too. That's okay. I'm not going to kick you out. That's fine. We can all hang out here for a little bit. Shall we get started? Let's get started. I didn't make that longer. I was just starting to get into it. So this is the book, The Go Giver. The Go Giver. That sounds kind of funny, doesn't it? But have you guys ever heard the term the Go Getter? Like, right? I mean, that was somebody that was positive. Oh, that guy's a go-getter. He's a hustler. She's a go-getter. She's going places. She's going to be successful. So the go-giver is a play on that. So the whole concept is, what if we changed our mindset from what can I go get to what can I go give? Perfect. When I first read this book, I was excited about it, and I bought a bunch of copies like I did now. I've got a bunch of copies here to give away. And there was a guy at my office at Coldwell Banker where I started, and he was newer. He seemed to be having a little bit of a harder time. So I decided, I'll give him this book because I like the concepts on it. I think it'd help him. I gave it to him. He took it. He was thankful. And then, I don't know, about a week or 2 later, he gives me the book back. I was like, oh, cool, you can keep it. Just give it to somebody else. So, no, I didn't read it. I'm really not into that sort of thing. So I was a little confused. I don't know what that sort of thing is. Maybe just not wanting the mindset piece of it. So that was interesting to me. Less than 6 months later, he was out of the real estate world. I don't know. Is there a connection? I think so. So just thinking about this morning, right? Why do we talk about mindset so much? Why is that so important? Why is a third of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent all about mindset? And it's because if we don't think it's not going to happen, right? Everything's got to start in thoughts first. And the only way we can change who we are is by changing how we think. So it's told to me a lot, especially now in leadership. My job as leadership is to help people think differently, right? So we go to things, and what's a big thing here at Keller Williams? Think bigger. Think bigger. How do we have a bigger life? We start by thinking bigger. Anyways, so I want to continue with the Go Giver book. So the first one we went over, the law of value, right? Give more in value than you receive in compensation. Pretty simple. Law of compensation is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. So let's just run this through, and let's take a real estate example. Let's just say, just for craziness, play along with me here. That you made the decision that everybody in your sphere, everybody in your world, you want to help them create wealth, we're at this event with Wendy Papasan, and one of the most, I don't know, powerful things she said to me was, not to me, but to all of us, she didn't know me personally, was that one of her goals was to help create 100 millionaires. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I helped the people in my world achieve some wealth? So we're looking at this. Let's look at it from your guys' world. As real estate agents, do we have the ability to help people create wealth? Yes or yes? Yes, we do. I've got a daughter going to college. I need to find another investment property to pay for the school. Actually, I'll probably need two more to pay for the college, right? We thought about that. How are we serving our people in real estate to create wealth, to pay for retirement, to pay for kids' school? What if you just buy one rental property and that all that money is just to go on cruises? Could you do that? Absolutely. Okay. So it's just thinking a little bit differently. So the law of value. So if we're looking at, can we give them more in value than receiving compensation? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The law of compensation. How many people can we serve? Will we make more money if we help more people in our sphere achieve wealth? If I help 100 people become millionaires, am I accidentally probably going to become a millionaire as well? Yeah, probably. Law of influence. This one's interesting. I like this. Your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests first. How abundantly you place other people's interests first. So this was really good. So there's an example of this in the, read the book. It's got great stories, but there is an example. It's a husband and a wife, right? And they have an agreement because both of their jobs are very stressful. And the agreement is they can both complain about their jobs for 5 minutes each. Then it's the other person's turn. Okay. So it's a 50-50 deal. You listen, then I listen. It's fair. They don't believe that's fair. They believe a 50-50 proposition like that is a lose situation. So in the story that night, his wife is complaining about her job, and he decides, they had a timer set and he just turned it off. He decided to go ahead and listen for the whole time. Just listen to her completely without him having to receive anything, without him getting his turn to complain, right? And then at the end of it, his wife just complained. They fell asleep. In the morning, it's a sweet little story. She writes him a note. Thank you so much for listening to me. I love you. Da, 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 da. Point being, right, are we really, really putting other people's interests first, or are we just looking to see what we can get out of it? I love that. The law of authenticity. The most valuable gift you have to offer is yourself. So if we go in there, say we're committed to helping our people create wealth in real estate, right? But if we don't believe in investment properties, if we're just in it so we can make a buck, are we going to serve the people well? No. Are they going to see right through that? Absolutely, because it's not authentic. I mean, if we truly don't believe that real estate is a good way to achieve wealth, then no, don't help people achieve wealth that way. Right. But if you don't believe it's a good way to achieve wealth, then maybe we need to evaluate ourselves. What do we think about real estate? What limiting beliefs do we have where we don't think it's a good idea? Right. What was I taught as a youth? What was I taught as an adult? What are my beliefs in holding me back from achieving wealth with real estate and helping other people? Okay. But being authentic, I see more people. I don't want to get into politics. I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to do it. But I've found that when people are themselves, when they're truly authentic, they attract people to them that are like them, right? And this is just marketing 101. We can't be everything to everybody. We can't, and we shouldn't even try. There's some people, as charming and as handsome as I am. There's applause line, laugh line there. Some people aren't going to like me, and I'm okay with that. But I think it's important that we always be authentic. We want to have people know who we are. Okay. Last law. We went through these pretty quick, but I wanted to cover them. I felt bad missing you guys for the couple weeks there. The law of receptivity. The key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving. Have you ever met somebody in your life, in your world, in your family who just is horrible at receiving gifts? Just horrible. Maybe they're a great gift giver. I know somebody in mind. I won't name them because maybe they watched this, but they love giving gifts. Their love language is absolutely giving gifts, but horrible at receiving gifts. So part of the go giver, part of this whole concept is we got to be open to be receptive to help, receptive to advice, receptive to gifts. Okay. It's not oh, no, thank you. Don't think, no, don't worry about it. No, we should be grateful because we're doing a couple things. One, when we are allowing ourselves to receive gifts, we're opening up to receive, right? And it's going to change us a little bit. I remember the job that I had previously. Well, one of the jobs, I've had a few jobs in the oil and gas. When I worked for somebody, I worked for this great guy for 3, maybe 4 years. And he would thank me for doing my job, which I thought was weird. He's paying me, right? I figured that was good enough. But he felt I was doing above and beyond, and it was not, he felt like he should want to, thank me for it. And oh, don't worry about it. Nah, it's my job. But I did a disservice because I took something away from him, and I actually took something away from me, and I might have appreciated that job more if I would have received the gratitude, right? Maybe I would have gotten a raise from him if I would have been receptive to the words he gave me. So if I wasn't even receptive to the words, am I going to be receptive to the money? Am I going to be receptive to the opportunity? I mean, I could have maybe ended up being a partner in his business, but I was not open to receiving. And I didn't realize that till, a couple of days ago when I was analyzing this, going through all this. It is as important to receive as it is to give. And I got a comment there. Let me see that comment. Who wouldn't want a gift? You'd be surprised. I could name names of people who don't like to receive. I don't know if they're either embarrassed or they lack a feeling of worth. I don't know, but there's truly people, they're not receptive. So when we give, right, we give with open hands so we can also receive as well. I have several of these books here. So maybe this is my limited belief, but from the last time I gave it out and somebody just gave it back to me, I realized that not everybody wants to receive gifts. Not everybody is in the spot where they want to become a go-giver, where they want to change the way they think from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. If you want the book, just come by. Yeah, just come by. I'll give you copies of it. It would make me feel good to help you with this. Okay? Does that make sense? Is that good? You got a thumbs up? Excellent. Next week, I will be here Monday, 9:00 as well. For my KW people, check our calendar. We got some cool stuff coming up this month. It's not over. This year's not over, right? Well, it's almost over. It's pretty close to over. But we have to get a start for 2023. We got to start strong. I'm here. If you haven't done your business plans yet, hit me up. Actually, anybody, if you haven't done a business plan, talk to me. We got to be prepared for next year. It's going to be a battle. It might be a Nerf gun battle, It might be a water gun battle. It might be a fun little battle, or it might be a little bit harder. We don't know yet, but we know we are going to have to go prepared. So step 1, being prepared, business plan. Hit me up if you don't have it done yet. Okay, I'm here for you guys. Go out there and give. Who can we help today?